What's up guys, this is Cypher from Photography the African Way, and I'm back with a brand new video. So today we'll be working on a few images I took yesterday, and I don't normally grade outdoor images in Capture One, but I decided to try it out today. It's mostly indoors, but I just wanted you guys to follow along and let's see what we can create. So I'm going to import these images now. Okay, great. So we're in Capture One now. These images were shot with the D750 and 85mm prime lens and then 8400. So we have, I think we have about 8 images here. I didn't really get the lighting right, but I think it's still not so bad. So we're going to start with this one. I'm just going to try to use the trick I use on indoor images. So let's see if it works out. So I'll first of all create a new field layer, and I'll name this exposure. I'll reduce the brightness, then bring down the highlight as well as the white, bring out the shadows, then I'll bring down the blacks. Okay, that's the blacks, so I'll bring down the blacks. So we're done with the exposure. This is the before and the after. So I'll create a new field layer. Let's name these greens. So we'll come to color editor, then we'll come to advanced, select the color picker tool, and then we're going to select on the greens. So drag this way. So I'll increase the saturation for the greens. I don't want it to be too much. I think this is okay. I'll turn down the light a little. So I think that's okay. We're still going to create another layer, and we'll name this oranges and yellows. Sorry, I'm really bad at typing. Yeah, oranges and yellows. So simply select the yellow on the dress and take this out this way. Then we'll still go to saturation and pop that out a little. So I'm not really afraid about what it's doing to her face, because I'll be working on that later. So I think this is okay, and maybe let's just brighten it up a little, and that's cool. Probably do the same for the reds. It's kind of cool working with different colors on different layers. That's the benefit of using Capture One. It's very good and helpful. So we'll name these reds. So to do the same, select the roof of the building, and just get this way, and we'll post this as well. I think that's getting too much, so okay, this is good. Okay, we'll do the same for the blues. New field layer, and we have blues. So I'm naming these layers because if I want to make any adjustment to any of them, it will be much easier to knowing which is which. That is why I have to name all the layers. So Capture One is actually very simple, but it can be tricky at times. Something like this, and we'll reduce the light. Yep. So now we are done. So all we have to do is look out for the colors that are oversaturated and try to limit their effect. So first of all, go to oranges and we'll pick up the draw mask. Yeah, the draw mask. It's B on the keyboard. Select it, and it's selected. So that's if you want to paint. If you press M on the keyboard, you should be able to see the mask. So if you want to erase the mask, all you have to do is press E on the keyboard, which is the erase mask. We're going to deactivate the mask and zoom in, maybe not too much, just a little. Then we'll make sure the hardness of our brush is barely up to 40. Then we'll reduce this way. Try to clean this, erase it from our face this way. Okay, my PC is acting now. So clean it this way, and we're going to do the same thing for the red. Clean it this way. We don't want to touch the dress because I think the color of the dress looks very much okay. And I think we are done with that. I think we should tweak the hues for the blues. Okay, so I think this is very much okay, and yeah, that is it for the color. We might as well just go to color balance and just create a new layer and name it CB. Then we'll close the color editor, move down to color balance. So what I love to do with color balance is first of all reduce the opacity to, let's say 25 is okay. So I'll drag this way, and this is okay. This is for the shadows and this is for the highlights. So we're going to choose two colors that complement each other. One will be in the shadows and the other will be in the highlights. So we'll drag this to this area that is a little bit bluish, then keep this here. Let's bring this back a little because we don't want it too much. Okay, so we'll drag this way, and we're just looking for the point where it fits. Okay, I think this comes in great, so I think this is okay. So maybe let's just create a new variant for this image so we can see the before and after. So this is the before and this is the after. Before, after. So I'm just going to delete this, and we can also check the before and after here by simply move it this way, this way, this way, and this way. It's easily checked. Okay, so we're done with this. So I would love us to do something else. So we basically want to make her pop out of the background because the lights didn't really do justice to that. So what I'll do is I'll create a new layer. Then let's name this contrast. Let's just say it's contrast. It's not contrast, but let's just say it's contrast. So what we'll do now is reduce the exposure and erase it from our body. You can achieve all this in Photoshop, but since this is a Capture One tutorial video, we'd love us to just do everything in Capture One so we'll get a feel of how it works. All you have to keep in mind is that the E is for erase mask, which erases the mask, and then B, which is for brush, reveals the mask. That's just the two basic things you have to keep in mind when working in Capture One on using masking. So if this seems a little bit too much, we just have to reduce it. I don't think it's too much. If she's looking a little bit dark, all we have to do is come back to the exposure, then increase the general exposure of the image. So we can simply go back to the contrast and still bring this down, and I think we're headed somewhere. Exposure, bring it up a little, and yeah, I think this is it. So we're going to check on the before and after again. So this is the before and this is the after. Before and after. So now all we have to do is to simply copy everything we have done here from all the layers. Just copy all the layers and bring it down to the second picture. In order to do this, Ctrl Shift C to copy all the layers here, and then we'll bring it down to this image. And all we have to do now is to Ctrl Shift V to paste. We have the same feel, same layers, same everything. So all we have to do now is to go back to the layers individually and adjust the mask. Okay, so let's first of all start with the red. Now can right click on fill mask, then use the eraser tool and clean it out. Then we'll also do the same thing for the oranges, or we can just copy from red here, copy from red, and that's it. So we can copy, I totally forgot about that, we can copy layer mask from another layer to another layer. The contrast, we'll just fill mask and use the erase mask to just erase it from her face and her body. Okay, so this is taking a little longer than it should because I'm recording my screen and running Capture One at the same time, and my system is not really that powerful. So we have image 2 and image 1. So we're simply going to reduce the overall exposure of this image because I think it's looking a little bit overexposed. Okay, so there we have it. So now we can check the before and the after. So that's the before, this is the after. I'm just going to quickly fasten up this video and do this for all of the images, then I'll be right back.
Audio Jungle.
Okay guys, so now we are done with the editing, and so basically this is what I do with Capture One. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please comment, subscribe, like and share.